Help me, I broke my apart my insides. Help me, I have no soul to sell. Help me, the only that works for me. Help me get away from myself.
No. Got big stuff happening here. Literally nothing. VHS. How'd you break apart your insides? Those are lyrics to a song, I know. I can't think of what it is. Kara doesn't let me listen to music anymore. Yeah, you don't let me listen to that music anymore.
That's not true at all.
Last time I tried, you told me I wasn't allowed to listen to the devil's music like that.
You still play Led Zeppelin.
That's not the devil's music. Led Zeppelin is not the devil's music. They sing about heaven and Lord of the Rings a lot. And going to Valhalla. You can't get much more Christian friendly than going to Valhalla. Hi, Cord. Did I finish this? I'm determined to finish these tonight. So help me God. You guys can't stop me. Try as you might, you will fail.
Are they carnivals?
Yep.
The Venetian Navy.
This is the Venetian Navy.
I like the blues. They're nice. And the yellow.
They work for the government. So, I actually got to try Carnival the first time. Finish them, then finish the other stuff as well. All of it? Like, all the stuff? Like, what stuff are we talking about now, Mike? There's a lot of stuff on this desk. But you know what none of it is, Mike? None of it is a frigate from Firelock Games. Why is that, Mike? Even your brother's mom? Listen, man. I'm doing my best, okay? Literally every time I sit down, I get slightly closer to finishing literally everything. but I'm not as spry as I used to be. Now I need naps to get through the day. Or I'm gonna yell at people. Cord. Congratulations on the streak, man. I actually ordered something directly from Firelock because I was kind of curious, because I needed some bases. And so I'm curious to see how long it's going to take them to send it. So if they don't send anything directly to me, then it's got to be a deeper issue than just an email thing. Hello, hello, Dr. Free Dinners. Listen, I'm celebrating our glorious free dinner yesterday by painting these models that we used yesterday, because we finally got to try Carnival. We went to a Mason's Lodge. We did the you know, the little, what's the word I'm looking for? The what is the word? Ceremony. We did the ceremony where we spit in each other's butts. Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday. Mike even got to play. He was there. He showed up. I was like, hey, Mike. He was like, okay. Everyone was there. And then we celebrated with the most romantic dinner I've ever had in my entire life. I saw one game and solved it. Yeah, what did you figure out, Mike? What's the secret? Tell me so I can also win and solve the game. Because me and Wilmar, all we can do against each other is tie because we're both stupid. I did a cool like Assassin's Creed jump onto a box and then into the river thing. I thought that was pretty metal. You didn't even give me my free B. Listen, man, I can't be expected to remember the things that I owe you, okay? Did you enjoy the day or not? I just rolled better than my opponent. Okay. That's a good way to do it. And we raise winners. And Mike, you're a winner. I paid for dinner and no one put out. It was an okay. It was an okay dinner. Well, we talked about the reasons why on the way home. It's because you didn't show us any sweet tech deck jumps. I mean, Mike would have like fallen head over heels with that. Which, thank you for the dinner, Mr. Wilmar. How many times I turn this thing down? I feel like I'm never in the camera. I was too embarrassed after I mistook the sink for bathroom. You know, I heard the joke. You said the joke of like it's weird that they put the dishes in the in the urinal. Like, I got the joke, but I guess that was the extended version of that joke. I was thinking, like, it is weird that they put the dishes in the urinal. But the joke was that you were peeing into a sink. Okay, I'm up to speed now.
Was this in a club last night?
No, this was a Chili's.
Oh. I was like, that's a really goofy thing for Mason to have in their toilet.
Dishes? Yeah, I would say it's silly for anybody. If anything, we learned that Dylan got his doctorship through a mail from a mail-in contest. I was lucky. I was the 100th letter they opened, and they gave me a chiropractic license. Yeah, I got really lucky. I tried to explain primary respiratory mechanism to him, and he was like, "That's not what that is, big stupid idiot." And then he called me dumb, which I don't think was very nice. He got there 22 hours later. Well, you know what? I think it's more your guys' fault because you guys did not give me a head start like we had agreed on contractually.
I'm only half listening, so if you're talking to me, you're gonna have to make sure you get my attention.
No, I'm not talking to you.
No, I'm not gonna worry about getting your attention.
I'm just trying to say that where you would get upset. I have to get my coolest Hot Wheels to be able to do the sickest tricks.
That's a good goal in life.
Do you think it's romantic if I were to take... Now I'm talking to you, Kara.
Okay.
Do you think it's romantic if the person you are with takes a tech deck and does sweet-ass kickflips off of body parts?
I don't know what any of that means.
Well, that's not good. You know,
Tech deck, so like cyberpunk tech
no,
deck?
tech deck is like the little hand skateboards. They're called tech decks.
And
Skateboards, yeah.
never seen these in my life. So old, it has completely skipped my algorithm.
I think it's a 90s thing. It's like a 90s thing. Anyway, so if somebody did a sweet kickflip off of like your butt, would that be romantic?
Nope.
Alright, Wilmar, I got bad news for you. You missed it when you went to the bathroom. I turned to Wilmar and went, "Oh, that's where the bathroom was." You see, I didn't even get all the joke, Wilmar. What do you think of that? What do you think of that for 22 hours later? I just got brought into the joke now, so you know how long it took me to get that joke? Less than a minute, now that I'm full up to speed. Since you guys have been, you know, withholding information from me. So today we're here to talk about Carnival and what we thought about it. And discuss the frivolity of the fact that I spent another $200 on it just a couple minutes ago. That's not true. I didn't do that. I was hoping I was going to get some kind of reaction to that, Kara, but she wouldn't pay attention. See, she only got half the joke. Fake doctor, a real doctor. Got it. The trick is I keep adding layers to the bit. I think you're mixing up romantic with traumatic. Easy mistake. I mean, sure. They're one and the same thing, I find, most of the time. You couldn't buy dinner yesterday, but you bought more Blood and Plunder stuff. I did not buy more Blood and Plunder stuff. Oh, well, yeah. Well, I bought the basic. It was like $10. I could have paid for my own dinner yesterday. I couldn't buy Everybody. It's a business boat. Yeah, I got to use my business's credit card on that. Yeah, I think I spent like $16. Does that include the 2 pool? It's a business. The bits keep coming. The bits keep coming. How much longer you got, Chris? How much longer on the MO? And I'm not going to bed until these models are done, even if I'm not doing it on stream. You will not see these on the stream again. These must be done. Yeah, well, when I go there, I'll brag about how I finished these models. Everybody's gonna be real impressed.
To Thor and your assistant?
To my assistant and I have a good chunk of people tomorrow.
I mean, I pretty much bragged to everybody in my life about my models.
That's all I have anymore. That's all I got going on in my life. Being in this stream regularly teaches me that I ain't done crap with my life. Couple days. Oh, that's exciting. No, those are pleasure. Got 15 or so at 80% complete. Oh my god. That is exciting. Everybody keep your eye on Chris's entry on the sheet. It's gonna be like day and night. There's gonna be so many freehand points we ain't gonna know what the hell to do with them all. Yeah, I was reading that one. And then the next one is like, oh, if you don't let him sleep in the bed, then you're a terrible person. At least you learn something. I don't even know where the sheet is. Probably better for it. It's on the internet, Mike. I can give you a link. It's in that accountability, the Accountabilities channel. It's like pinned. Because we're trying to keep each other accountable, Mike. So we don't buy more models. Like I said to Keith, the quality-quantity trade-off was steep. I think they look fine. At least you learned something. I don't even know. Yeah, well, hey, I learned lots of stuff, okay? Alright, so let's talk about it. What did you guys think of Carnival? The best game? Or, I'm sorry, is it a great game? Or the best game ever made? I just started aggressively bullying people above me on the painting charts. Well, the good news is that it's mostly just me and Painter Jay. That's an exciting prospect. Wilmar's in there. He's got some good stuff. Wilmar's definitely solid. Small hands smell, they smell like cabbage. You talking about carnies? What? I'm trying to paint stuff, but I work and don't get off work at noon to have business dinner. I didn't get off at noon. I got off at 6 o'clock. Okay. Is what you played last night Carnies, the RPG? Yes, it was. It's not an RPG, but we did play Carnies. Yeah, a bunch of bunch of people with small hands that smell like cabbage. The neat, yes, the movement mechanics were definitely neat. I thought they were cool. It's definitely Assassin's Creedy. We played small games for sure. So we were playing like roughly 50. And I did double check. Regular games range from 75 to 150. And I think roughly speaking, models are about like 15. Each model is probably about 15, give or take. With quite a bit of variance, obviously, but 15 seems to be like the like the beginning price of a model before they start adding stuff, or decreasing stats and stuff. Someone give me 200,000 so I can buy a house and I can paint while watching the stream as well. Well, what are you doing now? Can you not paint? What does a house have to do with that? We have to. Why? I've heard Keanu Reeves is like the worst part of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely Keanu Reeves. A little too, surfer.
So he's Ted.
Yeah, it feels like. So have you seen Point Break?
I don't think so, no.
Point Break was a surfer movie he was in after Bill and Ted's Adventure with Patrick Swayze.
Hmm.
The guy from Dirty Dancing.
I know who Patrick Swayze is.
He had something and died really young. And unusually for somebody so healthy, I can't remember. I want to say multiple sclerosis, but I don't think that was actually it. Anyway, they were surfer dudes in this movie, and every time I watch Dracula, even though he's trying to do like a more like full accent, I think he's still American. I can't remember, it's been so long, but he's trying to sound more noble, if not British. Trying to sound British, and just kind of sounds like a surfer dude.
Gotta love that. From what I understand, he literally like walked off the set of Matrix and went into that movie, so he said he was like exhausted.
But it's still like a fantastic movie. There's so much like old school, not CGI special effects in that movie.
Carnival, someone, I don't have a space to paint. My computer is in a little cubby. I don't know extra space. Get a, what about like a little, like a dinner tray thing? You know what I'm talking about? Make space.
Turn back the time and let you know to come home.
I guess that makes sense why you paint only at the shop. I guess that does clarify that. But that might change soon, right? Because you said you might be moving out with your brother or something? Why don't you just move in with your grandma? Also, this little gun this guy's got, pretty nasty. +3 damage? Nasty little thing. I'm trying, but it's still competitive because I'm going against rich shitters with 4 houses. She's too cool for him. She's too cool for him. Oh, the grandma. I mean, is that true, Mike? Your grandma sounds like she's pretty rad, so... She doesn't want me there. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. But she wants you there every Wednesday? These stories aren't adding up, Mike. You said every Wednesday. She's like, where's Billy? I mean, besides, Mike, a face like yours, I think a grandma would just melt. Like, I guarantee you that she brags to you, to all of her girlfriends. Like, I guarantee it. She's like, oh, Billy's such a good boy. Another Orgoth unit base coded. Hell yeah, Cord. She doesn't want me living there. She thinks I'm a loser, but using a grandchild as a personal servant is acceptable. Cord, is it another war machine, a warjack, or is it like a unit? Well, Mike, you need to tell her, man. That's not acceptable. We can't put people down and then expect them to like do things for us. That's not how it works. If you put somebody down, you should be more than willing to say, all right, well, now I got to figure out my own life without them. I can kind of see the roundaboutness of your logic, Mike. It's starting to become apparent. You need to defeat the cycle, buddy. Is it like a big unit, Cord? Is it one of those units that's like 3 giant models, or is it like a 5-man? As I've said, Court, if I somehow get my hands on some Gravediggers, I'll paint them on stream. And then everybody can be like, wow, Dylan plays War Machine.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Complain about something?
No, actually, I have an idea. You know how I told you I was gonna watch The Handmaid's Tale and Company the Mad Moon? I'm gonna wait until you go on your work trip, and then I'm gonna town through that weekend so you don't have to hear the backlash.
There you go. That's always nice to know.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, but you're never one of the bad guys.
I concur.
There's nothing that Zendaya has ever done that I didn't
I hear him chomping. They're called Nashers. Two-man set. Okay, so they're big boys. Because I'm a loser. Defeat the cycle, fake my death, and move to Peru. Why Peru? Ugh. Gross. Peru?
CNN says FEMA is not ready for hurricane season. Internal agency review shows.
Yeah, it's because Dingus fired all the people. Got to go to a place they won't find me. Who's they? That's a very foreboding statement, Mike. Who's they? The more you say things, the more questions I have.
How many people in the stream right now?
8.
Do any of them know if Emily Osment is Haley Joel Osment's little sister?
You're gonna have to ask. No. Well, yeah. First of all, why not? Why did you ask Google first? First of all. You said a bunch of words, and you think I'm going to be able to remember them in a sequence that I can ask that as a question? You're on crack. Is it because you've been doing crack?
Crack is whack. I don't do crack. Who told you this?
Nancy Reagan.
They are not right. Crack is whack. I would never do crack. Crack is whack, man.
Chris, did you take the pledge?
So she played Gertie Giggles in Spy 2 Kids. Do you remember Gertie Giggles?
No.
And
Spy
Kids 3.
Spy Kid. Okay, you meant Spy Kids 2.
Yeah.
You said like Kid Spies.
Spy Kids 2.
Didn't know if that was like a
The Island
knockoff.
of Lost Dreams. She played Gertie Giggles.
I don't think I ever watched any of them other than the first one.
I watched all of them.
The government. Oh, Jesus Christ. The government's after you? This is confusing. Pfizer. What about Pfizer?
Is Haley Joel Osment?
Is that the Osmond brother, like Danny Osmond?
No. Osment. M-E-N-T. He's the one who saw dead people. He's more of a podcaster now, though. I've seen him in a few movies. Yeah, he does pop up every once in a while.
It's kind of like the guy from Home Alone.
Yeah. Although his brother is really banging it out on Broadway right now and a few other places, I think. I think he's got a movie or a show or something.
You talking about Danny Osmond?
No, brother of Home Alone boy. What's his name?
Wasn't that who was in Home Alone? Wasn't it Danny Osmond?
Haley Joel Osment was in Sixth Sense. Home Alone.
Macaulay Culkin.
And his brother, I think it's like Nathan Culkin.
I don't know. I still think it was Danny Osmond. Okay, well, what does Danny Osmond do? Yeah. That, because they made one more Home Alone. I mean, I've seen a lot of Macaulay Culkin on Red Letter Media. He's been doing something. Yeah, me too. Oh, did I say something funny? Cord, why don't you just join the painting Discord, buddy? Why do you keep... You don't gotta post them there. Mike, you should pay your taxes. Think of all the starving politicians that need that money. It's true. If I fake my death, I ain't paying shit. Mike, you're gonna make your local congressman very sad. I will take a look in a sec, Cord. I don't usually do whip it out on Thursdays, but I'll make an exception for you, my man. Like I said, these models are getting done. And I know you guys are going to do everything you can to stop me. I'm going to get really close, and then one of you guys is going to do like a text-to-speech where you're like, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, and then I'm going to lose track of what I'm doing. And then I'm going to look like a fool.
What? Oh,
No, no. All I have left for my 50-point Orgoth is 2 actual human models. Yeah, that'll be easy. That's sick. That's exciting. That's a good feeling, finishing a force, an army. Even at 50 points, because, like, what's the usual size for the game is 100? Well, here's a question for you, Mike. What if the Peruvian government finds out about you? Are you going to pay them taxes? I have many questions. When you bring in Colossal, no, I can take him in a fight. You can take Peru in a fight, the entire country. 100 is max. They're actually most detailed out of everything I have. 100 point of War Machine is when you bring in Colossal monsters and Warjacks. So what is it, 75? It's kind of like the regular size then? It's been a hot minute since I've played some War Machine. For some reason, I was thinking that my local area was going to really jump into that game, but actually, to my surprise, that's not going to be the case. According to Mike. So if Mike is wrong, I'm going to be fitting to really give it to him, you know? You know what I'm saying? Mike's gonna be walking through a straw. Mike, I can't believe you're saying that about Peru. After everything they've done for you. I mean, they put up with you after you faked your own death. Now you're calling them weak? That's not very good. That's not very good loyalty, buddy. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good on you. Yeah, War Machine burnt the locals at my gem store. D gonna give it to D's gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you, D's gonna give it to you. Most games I've seen are 50. That's what I remember playing most of the time. Because I remember talking about that with some locals, and they were saying that like 50 was too small. And I was like, I don't know. I could have swore 50 was like what we played. Well, I mean, technically speaking, Mike, War Machine burned all of us real bad. I would actually be curious to know if the people that are going back to play it are people who played it before, or if it's like new people. Like I would really be interested in that ratio. I do think that the excitement for it's probably gonna get hyped down a tiny bit after it's been out for a little while, because right now it's kind of like new and fresh. But I do think it'll stick around a lot better than it was before. Yeah, they weaklings. yeah, they weaklings. Did they make your brain feel good? It made my brain feel good. I drank all the pain in the in the garage. It made my brain feel good. I think it's more Privateer Press burned their gamer base. Yeah, well, so did SFG though, because they had Guild Ball. The 3D printing community goes to it because they can just print their models. I don't know if that's necessarily true, because like, you can't print all the armies, right? Like, I know you need the membership. Cyril will be your best gauge since he was a big part of that crowd. Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna be him because I think he sold his Khador though, didn't he? If he's not gonna jump back on Khador, then yeah, that game is doomed. I think he's just enjoying other games. Like, I'm excited to play Cyberpunk with him. Don't do it. Don't do it, Carol. Don't do it. That's inappropriate. I just kind of feel bad playing without an unpainted crew, you know. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to be playing David's crew into like newer people, because that David attack thing is pretty brutal. So I think I should. I just need to make sure I bring my crew on this. Maybe I'll ask to hang out with him this weekend. Bruiser is pretty brutal. You can have your options, it's okay. I know this is a sacrilege, but I prefer Cyberpunk to Infinity. I think there are certain parts of it that I think are better, yeah. I appreciate the simplicity of it. Like, I guess recently I just had a grown-up moment where I said to myself, like, I just want simple games to play because I'm an old man now. Like with Carnival, I saw some of the things I like about Cyberpunk in it, with like the simplicity, and you know, you kind of keep track of a couple different things, but it's not too bad. There's some synergies, but it's not too crazy. Mike kind of scared me with a certain program that is in the new box that it wasn't as good as he thought it was, because I was gonna say, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But it wasn't as good as we thought it was. You know what? I'll ask Cyril right now. Gonks move forever. Well, I don't know if your Gonks need any more help with all the skateboarding and stuff they can do. Man, I don't know what is about these models, man. Let's do the gold. Look out, getting free move helps. Yep, I imagine that's the case. But do you want to take an entire, like, slot and the points for it and all that stuff just to do that? Especially now because they have a... Well, they have that other program that lets you just loot off of other people's, like, reds, right? I guess it's not technically, like, a free action or anything, but... Because why else would you want to take Lookout other than the free loot thing? Zoners, I bet, will really love it, yeah. But do they have a good netrunner? Obviously, they could just take a Merc, but do they have one in-house? Nemo's a netrunner. Okay. Yeah, that makes it... We can make it a little more palatable, can't it? A few other gangs probably will go crazy with Arasaka with the guy who keeps making more gonks also wants it. Yeah, because Kurosawa? Kurosawa's also a netrunner, right? Yeah, I forget his name. Kurojima? I don't know, man. I just don't know if Gonks got it. You know, I just don't know if like gonks are where it's at. Why would you want Kara to start yelling? Hey, Kara.
What?
They're asking.
They want me to yell at you?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Oh my god, I'm too busy texting you.
She's trying to text me right now, okay? Too quiet. Listen, man. I'm determined. This is what Dylan's determination looks like. If these models don't get finished, there's going to be drastic consequences. Because who knows when we're going to play this game again. If she can text in capital letters, that would be fine. Thanks. Okay. Do you hear that? By the way, Chris, how did your kid like Lexington Green? I know it's been a couple weeks. Play this game once or twice a year, you know, and I can't show up not totally painted. I mean, come on. No, he's in there. It's pretty in there. Her painting / pottery class is in a house about a block off the green. It's nice. Oh, see, are you up there somewhat frequently?
It's like, does she own the painting pottery house, or does she just go there for class?
Chris's kid? I doubt she owns a house yet.
Okay. Oh, I thought he was talking about his wife.
My wife? Oh, Mike, I have great news. On Facebook, I seen it. I saw the new poster for the King of the Hill remake, or reboot.
How does Bobby look?
They didn't show Bobby, they showed everybody else.
Ha! See, that's what I'm most curious about. What did Bobby look like when he grew up? Because he was kind of, you know, chonky.
I think they already showed a picture of him.
But he kind of looked like he might be able to, like, pull it out like the kid who played, what's his name? Harry Potter. The one that we all thought should have been
Longbottom.
Hufflepuff.
already a picture of him. Just Google. I mean, I'm not particularly attracted to guys. It's hard for me to say.
Or cartoons.
I didn't say that. Okay. I said I was not attracted to dudes.
Oh!
All I know is that the age of AI is quickly approaching. And I, for one, am ready. I will welcome our digital mommies with open arms. Ugh. I tell you what, that boy ain't right. Oh. Well, they showed the new banner. Boomhauer looks like he aged a couple years. Bill Dotrieve looked like he hadn't aged a day.
Who's the guy that was played by the musician that died?
He played Lucky.
Who is that? I just cannot remember his name right now. The one I keep saying they killed him.
Tom Petty?
Tom Petty. It was Tom Petty that played him, I think.
Yeah, Lucky married Luann. That was like the last episode.
I know a lot more about the artist involved with that show than the actual show.
Okay, then don't ask me about the character in the show.
But I knew that he was a character in the show.
Yep.
Was like wandering around the office complex today. You know, the building where the cafe is very empty. I haven't even been upstairs. But the reason they're closing the cafe is because, well, I think, is because they have a new property manager. Like, the property got taken over by a new property management company and is owned by a different company now. So that is why I think they're closing the cafe. And they say that they're going to bring up some other options. Now, they do have like this thing where they coordinate with a Sweet Greens, and you can like order and have your Sweet Greens delivered on a little shelf in the like seating area. You know how I feel about salads. Or you can, you know, build your own salad in the cafeteria for $22, I hear.
22.
That's apparently what people say. I don't know. I mean, it's by weight. So, what are you sticking in the salad? If you know it's by weight, like, think about what you're doing. Don't stick a dozen eggs in there.
Yeah, you stick those in your pockets
Sure.
or your pantaloons.
But so they're closing down the cafe and they're going to have quote-unquote alternatives. So anyway, I was in that building today, which you know is where Morgan & Morgan used to something with all of this empty office space.
Why, viewers? Why do we do the things we do?
Because we need more toilets and showers. But that's like a very fixable problem. I feel like we have an opportunity. In Massachusetts, we might have an opportunity to help more than just Massachusetts. We might be able to help all of them.
Those people don't pay taxes.
There's still a
Because of
drain on
Mike.
society to help them.
Mike taught everybody how to not pay taxes. Is everybody happy? Are you happy, Chris, that I had to listen to all that? Is your significant other ASMR pleased?
When the downtown lights start to come out at night, we go insane, and when I arrive I start to lose my mind. I go insane, cause they told me you take too much.
I would assume because they'd have to redo the plumbing for the entire floor because of landlord greed, hoping the idea of going back to the office picks up soon. You hear that, Carol? You got an answer to your inane ramblings. He said, I would assume because they'd have to redo the plumbing for the entire floor and because of landlord greed, hoping the idea of going back to the office picks up soon.
Yeah. I think my office complex is actually still kind of cute. Dated but cute. Our building.
Somehow spilled paint on my guy's hand. Great. I wish this model would end.
Is this like a little tire gondola up to that?
No, that's a candlestick. Gun.
Is it a pistol or a shotgun?
I think it's supposed to be like a rifled shotgun. I gotta say, guys, these models are dragging.
I feel like his hand would get hot there as it shoots.
Well, I would assume that the hope is that if you shoot something with this once, it's probably dead.
But if you're in a combat situation, you're just gonna shoot one thing, right?
Well, after you shoot somebody, what are you supposed to do? You just leave. Like, alright, I did my part.
Okay, so, like, game technique-wise and how this game plays, absolutely. Because he's only gonna get to shoot once every turn, right?
That's true.
He's one have an issue on how this plays. But logically, you're in a war situation. You're shooting everybody you can shoot. It's gonna get overheated and burn his hand. How's that for hollering?
Are you happy yet, Chris? I need you to tell me you're happy.
Did you get your best words of Kara yelling? You can look forward to the new podcast with me and Dylan. As soon as I get the other one edited and then edit this one. That's
You didn't
podcast.
Did you? I guess you didn't finish the Generation Red one.
I didn't. I got almost done with it, but then we got.
That's right. For some reason, I was thinking you finished those.
I didn't break out a bunch of those.
Wilmar did this to me. Made me paint these. That's true. I'm calling him out. Yeah, the episode we did, Mike. The one with, Gen Red, me, you, and Josh.
Man, I just about had the settings to make Mike's voice sound so velvety. I like his microphone.
What kind of microphone are you using, Mike? You using like a Logitech? You using like a Logitech mouse as a microphone? Also, did you reach out to Tim, Mike? You can call me out, I don't care. Wilmar, listen.
Wilmar, happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Wilmar.
Sorry guys, I've been kind of out of it tonight. Who in the chat is watching The Last of Us?
You ask this every week and nobody says anything. Your friend requested him. Yeah. What does everybody here think about The Last of Us, the television show? With all of its crazy drama.
I mean, I thought last week was pretty meh. But the week before, I was on the edge of my seat, and a lot of people said that was a boring episode. And I am a musician who loves music, and I literally cried during Ellie's guitar solo. It was that aha slow was so beautiful.
Everybody says they don't watch TV.
They're watching TV now. They're watching you.
Yeah, well, they did say, I don't watch TV, only this stream.
Only this stream.
Which I appreciate, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty good fans. Can you guys spread the word? We need you to like expand the cult.
Yeah, we gotta get the disciples. We gotta get them.
Yeah, the D site.
Gotta get those numbers up.
Yeah, 'cause we have like the same 5 patrons. We need like 5 more. Those 5 people can bring 5 more people into the cult. That would be awesome.
I think that's what they call a pyramid scheme.
No, Pyramid Scheme wants you to bring 3 more anybody to sell anything. Just, you know, get them to start watching the stream and hopefully they'll start getting bits. Then be like, look at that crazy Dr.D sitting in that weird fucking position. Is that proper posture? That's not what I saw him talking about on the workshop last week. Sometimes, guys, I wake up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom and he's got his feet, like, up by his ears and his feet are behind his head and he's sleeping in this weird, like, Gandhi position and I'm like, I don't know what's happening, but he looks peaceful, so I leave him alone.
I have a feeling that might be a bit of a hyperbole.
A little bit, just a little bit. Not 100%, maybe like 75%.
Picking up buttons is not my favorite thing. So the one thing I did learn about watching the game yesterday is you don't want to fight fish in the water. They have a distinctive advantage due to the fact that they breathe fish air, which is also known as water. You should 100% fight in the water. I don't know, Mike. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, Mike. I think you might be. I think you might be trying to bamboozle me. Like I don't like. I think we should nerf fish, IRL, and in game. I hope this is what finally makes Wilmar happy. He's just got it all going on.
Might have been for me at the beginning of my journey.
Oh, there's no, there's no pleasing him. Sheesh. Sheesh. If you strip them and start over, that would make me happy for a few minutes. A few minutes? Oh, I will do anything. I can make you happy for a few minutes?
Wow!
Oh my god. I would be the luckiest man ever.
That's what you want? No wonder I can't make you happy.
You can't make me happy because you don't have what Wilmar has.
He doesn't like to see you in your underwear. He is like offended by seeing you in less clothing.
That's what I crave.
How dare you take your clothes off in front of me?
Our resident Grumpy Gus. Grumpy Gus?
He was definitely grumpy when he got up from his nap today.
He's talking about Wilmar, not me.
Wilmar learned it from you.
I see. Wilmar, you are learning from the best.
I don't know why we don't get more beds for these beautiful sleeping dogs we showed around. He's only pretty when he's sleeping.
He is otherwise engaged in many different versions of
Anger and demonic possession.
terrorism.
Demonic terrorism, there you go.
He usually votes against the public interest.
Unpopular opinion, I think my sister needs to gain some weight. Her face is too angular.
Chat. Tell me. Why are nerds obsessed with kilts? I will say, Kara, when we start playing Blood and Bayonets, I can finally paint the Black Watch, which is just going to get every nerd real excited.
I mean, I am not opposed to men in kilts. I actually find it quite appealing. I follow an Instagram account.
Guys, you're never going to believe this. I just became single. Chat, because they want to feel pretty.
I think guys in skirts look good as long as the skirt fits. Okay, it doesn't matter how big you are or how big your hiney is. We can put some more material there. And if you're gonna wear a traditional skirt where you tie it yourself, you should be able to cover your hiney. I should not be scared to see the bottom of your taint if you take a deep breath.
Yeah, Mike.
You've owned your kilt for too many years.
Yeah, Mike.
Buy a new kilt.
Buy a new...
It's not Mike. It's a funny smelling guy that used to go to AM.
Buy a new kilt, Mike.
And I'm pretty sure it was 30K. No.
His name was also Mike. Don't be looking at taints. That's what I said.
I don't want to. Don't show me it.
Dylan doesn't have the arms to wear a kilt.
That is 100% lies because I think I posted the picture of your arms in Whip earlier this week.
Do you think Wilmar cares?
I mean, Wilmar's got a lot of opinions about your body, so he better care.
You're never going to get a tech deck situation like this. I don't know, and it's not a new phenomenon. Nerds are wearing those back in the 90s. Yeah, it's weird, right? It's been like a weird constant.
Do you think the guys that started wearing kilts way back when were nerds too?
Were what?
The guys that wore kilts way back when were nerds? Like when it was like everybody's pants?
When it was everybody's pants?
Did it become a
It's just
thing
like,
because
I would
they were
assume.
nerds?
I would
Did they
assume.
convince a whole society to become pantless nerds?
I would assume so. You wore that skirt, Dylan. Not that far from a kilt. It's true. Taint cam. We need a taint cam, he says. When I pick something up, don't be looking in prime taint view.
I don't mean to. I'm not usually paying attention. I'm usually like on my phone, waiting for Dylan to finish his round, and then I just look up to be nice and not obnoxious, always on my phone, and then I see the world.
She gets a mouthful. You know what, Chris? Since you asked, when I start painting Napoleonics, I'll do the Black Watch. I'll do that live, so we can paint the kilt together.
Do it live. Do it live.
And we'll even let Kara be there.
I'm always here.
So you are saying by your default setting is looking where the taints are flowing free.
No, my default setting is to just look up occasionally at a game store and not be a total bitch who's staring at her phone. Okay, it's not my fault that I happen to catch the taints all the time. I'm not aiming for it. I promise. Am I getting my point across, or am I just being funny?
I think you have yet to experience how bits work. Our eyes are up here, Kara.
I'm just looking up. I'm looking up from my phone. I'm not aiming for any particular body part.
And yet she somehow always lands on the dick. Austerlitz or bust, you and me, D. Well, Blood and Bayonets is coming out pretty soon. The Kickstarter's done. Apparently, they're just finalizing some of the grammar and stuff in the rulebook. So all the boats and stuff we use in Blood and Plunder they all work in that one.
And which one?
Blood and Bayonets. Well, all of them. All the blood and whatever.
Okay, and we're gonna need to just call them by what they are. Pirates, Napoleon, Victorian, or we could call that Indian Wars. I mean, Indian-American Wars. That's pretty much what it is. A little bit Euro stuff. It's mostly American Indian Wars, right? Because it was like the French Indian War, and then like the 100 Years War.
100-Year War was Blood and Crowns. That's the medieval one.
There were like 3 different Indian wars in that.
Yep. The Seminole War. Well, there was the Spanish-American War. That's not really Indian per se.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think I was counting that, so that's fair.
And there was the American-Mexican War.
Yeah. So indigenous, not necessarily what we called Indians, what we would now call Native Americans, but kind of like an indigenous war.
Sure.
But Mexicans were definitely indigenous.
Mexicans are definitely 100% not indigenous. They are half Spanish. Sure they are. That's just because of what the Spanish did, but I mean they're definitely not like. It's not like it's not like Mexico is the Aztecian Empire.
Yeah. Okay. I probably maybe I might not have my ears quite straight here.
That's why when you keep saying that you want that Victorian era, I don't think you know what you're talking about. Like, because the Victorian era there wasn't really a lot of fighting per se, not like big fighting.
Well, right.
I think you're thinking of like Napoleonic.
I will definitely enjoy Napoleonic, but I want to play the Seminole War. So if we don't buy that one, I at least want to go to a model store someday, somewhere, and play one round of that game.
I'm sure I can figure something out. Sure, just happened to target lock the taint. So, the one problem with Blood and Bayonets, Mr. Chris, is that Blood and Bayonets is... I guess the only rules that are out for it at the start are going to be the Peninsular War. That's true. I would say the Victorian era did not have like large scale warfare. It had a lot of fighting, but that wasn't a lot. Weird sideshow. I'm just saying that there wasn't like any World War type situations.
I really just like the uniforms.
Again, for Victorian era, I'm not sure I can really think of any like uniforms then. That's the Zulu Wars in that one.
They had tight pants. They didn't have the balloon.
That's true, I think. I guess the Victorian era is also when a lot of the boxing revolution and all that stuff happened then. So there was a lot of European, Asian discomfort.
I think it might have been like, I think the Peaky Blinders might have gotten started at the end of the Victorian era.
No, because that was after World War One.
Oh, that's right.
Because of World War One vets.
Later look at this and see if I wrote down what you remember us talking about today. Not right now, later.
Amir Sideshow, Franco-Prussians, the Crimean War. Yeah, that was one. Hey, I live Asian disguise.
Well, I think Crimean War
I
was one
live.
of the ones they listed on
It
there.
was, yeah, it definitely was. Crimean War was a really weird war. Like, it was Britain and France invading Russia?
I know not based about any of the wars in the Victorian era, and every single one of them sounded interesting to me. So I don't know why you feel like I don't know what I'm talking about because I listened to the podcast
I didn't say
and
you
then I
didn't know what
also
you're talking
looked it
about.
up.
Just thinking you have your time frames a little mixed up.
Huh?
So I didn't say I didn't insult you. I'm just saying that I think you're thinking of the Napoleonic era.
I think I will definitely enjoy the Napoleonic era as well, but I fully understand the separation. And I'm still interested.
I think Lotus is here. Hello, Lotus.
Look at that booty, show me the booty, give me the booty, I want the booty, back up the booty, I need the booty, I like the booty, oh what a booty.
Hi, Cord. Cord, let's look at your thing. Now that I'm thinking about it. Lotus cries out for Kara.
Love you, Lotus. I did a whole podcast for you today, Lotus. You can see how annoying my voice is. And then appreciate your mellowness.
Yeah, she's on the podcast with me. We're talking about pirate stuff. On Arachne. On Arachne, Lotus. I'm sure you listen to Arachne. You know, I talk about it a lot.
Well, on the Raise the Black episodes of Arachne. And I edit the rest of them.
I've been on doing some stress
real nice.
causing me a lot of anxiety and mental issues. Girl, same. Okay, so this is Wilma. I actually do listen, but I will now. I actually do listen, but I will now.
I think she meant don't.
I'm getting a lot of mixed messages around here.
This looks amazing.
You mean the hit podcast Arachne, talking about a bunch of fun games? That's the one. The one and only, Mike. This is Wilma. This is the other handmaiden.
This was looking kind of matte along the way, and the shading and coloring, it's calling to me, Wilmar.
It's calling to her, Wilmar. She's got a very fancy bathroom towel.
She has one of those new magnetic hijabs. Instant styling. I see it all the time on my feed, and it's because they know that even though I'm not Muslim, I am fascinated with hijabs. I think they're amazing fashion accessories.
Did you use speed paints for these, Wilmar? Because it looks really good. It looks really accurate.
I don't
Sorry
think
you're going
he
through that.
did,
Hopefully
because
this
I
isn't
felt
good
like I
news.
saw like the pre-shading.
No. You just hand blended this.
Yeah, I saw him with this just yellow and red. That whole like blending section, I think he freehanded it.
That's pretty good, man. Gotta say. That's damn impressive.
I feel like Wilmar's talents jump by leaps and bounds every time we see a new model.
That's fair. Yeah, Lotus, whatever's stressing you out, I hope it gets better.
Amen. It's probably the present.
I think you already knew, Wilmar. I think you already knew. Alright, and then these are the models that Cord is painting. It looks like they're going through space and time.
Is that the way he took the picture, or is
That's
that
a
the way
picture.
the models are?
That's a picture thing. What did Kara say? I don't know.
I said that you blended your colors manually and that it was freehand. Because Dylan was accusing you of using speed paint.
That's not what freehand is, but yes. It was done with a brush.
I know that. I was saying that as a joke.
It just means when you took the picture, you probably hit the shoot picture button and then you moved.
Yeah, no, it zoomed in on the keyboard. It like blurred the models because it zoomed in on the keyboard. The auto zooms are kind of a little low.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, Lotus.
Waha! Infinity and beyond!
My lighting isn't great where I'm painting either. That's definitely one of the biggest jumps you can make in quality, is improving the
We
lighting.
got for Dr.D. I don't know if he can show it off for you on one of the other cams. It's not the painting cam, but we used to have this whole huge setup that we like hand built with bent metal pieces from a hardware store. We are not hardware people. And then we like had LED lights on it, and it crisscrossed over his desk, and it was great lighting, but
It came with a host of issues.
it came with a host of issues. And then I found these lights, which truly, I wish he would like lift this light up, but he doesn't because that is interesting for you guys. He likes to slouch only when he's painting. And great for the rest of us.
Just trying to level the playing field.
We do have a lot going on with this light. My light has a lot going on.
Lotus. Cheese fries.
I had tater tots for breakfast. But they didn't sit well. Here's the thing I think about food. We gotta quit worrying about it. Our body tells us what we need when we eat it. Sometimes I don't eat. And then sometimes I eat 3 meals a day. And then sometimes I eat 1 meal a day. And forget diets and all that other crap because we're in a different mood every week. So, just do what your body tells you to eat.
That explain why Chunk is always hungry.
Yeah, I think Chunk's got some concerns with this statement. Definitely give me some concerned eyes. And Bobby might be laying on his back, but his eyes are wide open because of his content.
So the music makes Kara a little hard to hear. Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter what I say. She wants to talk across the room. There's nothing I can do about it. Thanks. If there's one thing I can do somewhat alright, it's color transitions. I mean, I think your non-metal metallic stuff is really good. Which I guess is just another version of color transition. But I think you do that very well.
Hey Lotus, are you watching the Diddy trial?
She said no.
Hey Lotus, what do you do for work? If you don't mind me asking live on the stream, feel free to say no.
They should remake the movie Face Off, but this time it's Freak Off. Oh god. Oh god, no.
That's a whole different movie.
Yeah, they have those movies at the trial. Chris, I don't know if I have the strength to finish these models.
You can do it, Dr.D.
I'm so tired of them.
You know why I know you can do it?
They don't end.
Because you had a nap, and I know you had a really good time on the podcast with me today, so I know you're energized. Would you like a mint chocolate chip ice cream sandwich to give you a little sugar boost?
No. Thank you, though.
You're welcome.
She is an ophthalmic technician for a retina doctor.
Ooh, that's super fancy.
So that means she touches people's feet.
What?
She touches people's feet.
I think she touches people's eyes.
No.
I don't even think she touches their eyes. I
An
think she just blows air in their eyes.
Ophthalmologist is someone who touches so many feet.
So, clear that up for us, Lotus. Feet or eyes? Not smart. I just prep people for the doctor to stick needles in eyes. Eyes, not feet.
So why is she looking at their feet?
She's not looking at their feet.
That doesn't make sense,
Opto,
Lotus.
not pedio.
That's that sounds smart. Smooth, Mike. Smooth.
Is the foot also a primary respiratory organ?
No. I can't imagine who asked that. Is it Wilmar? No. It was Mike.
Wilmar likes that you thought that, though. I think you're underselling your talents. I really do.
It is not a part of the primary respiratory mechanism. No, it's not.
The doctor has spoken. You see that? He's rubbing his face and he's like, have I not taught you guys anything?
This is pain. This is me touching my face in pain. And sometimes I can surprise you, Doc. You surprise me all the time, Mike.
Every stream.
And you know what? Wilmar also sometimes surprises me. Alright, I'm done with this. We're just going to focus on one model until it's done.
Oh my god, it's feisty.
I'm so tired of the pain.
What are you gonna do tomorrow?
Go to work.
Paint.
Go to work.
What are you gonna do on Saturday? Paint.
Probably go to work.
What are you gonna do on Sunday? Paint.
Work.
What are you gonna do on Monday? Even if we go out to dinner and you do your blood draw, even if we go to the
If.
arboretum and have a walk, you're still gonna paint on Monday.
But I could paint something different.
That's fair. I get that. That pig is still half done.
Pig.
My totem for Nakama, piggy.
Oh,
Tomorrow he has to talk about hot gossip with me.
I do. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I do have to do a show with you tomorrow, Mike. She's trying to make me forget
Forget what?
that I gotta do a show with Mike tomorrow. If the RPG's not happening.
I absolutely did not want you to forget that.
I'm
I
getting.
don't think I brought up Friday night. But I guarantee you.
You said what is tomorrow?
He's still going to be painting or building even during that stream. I mean, not 100%, but you do paint and build sometimes. Well, I guess maybe.
If it's the RPG, yeah, no, nothing else.
Sorry, I misspoke.
Her birthday isn't until Monday/Sunday.
Monday.
It's Monday, yeah.
Monday, 7:43 p.m. Yeah, I came into this world and went right to sleep.
Hey.
I was like, this is not for me. Let me get up in the sun. Haven't heard anything from that neighborhood chat in a while.
Until then, her birthday. Until then, you got to hear me talk about crazy things playing for carnies.
I love carnies. Okay, am I ridiculous, or was that lady I told you about today in that screenshot ridiculous? That screenshot of teams that I showed you today. She's a 3-week vacation, and she has a week-long vacation for her birthday month, and at least 3 different parties.
Oh, for her like coworker's wife or whatever.
Yeah.
I think
That's
celebrating.
insane. I am like way more balanced than that. I just want to talk about it every day until my birthday. And I kind of get tired of it by my birthday. That's the 19th of the month. You don't have to do the whole month. Unless I get in a bad mood around my birthday. You might have to give me a name. You might have to give that to me anyway.
I will tell you guys, I've been getting a craving to play Europa Universalis 4. It's been a thing. but I gotta I finished Outlaws. Now I gotta finish Syndicate. I gotta finish.
You gotta finish what?
Syndicate.
Yeah. You should stream Syndicate one night a week.
But then I won't be painting. And then the people on the stream will be like, why aren't you painting the model together? Why aren't you painting? When I'm building a model, why aren't you painting together?
What if the Syndicate people take over the painter friends?
They won't. That game's too old. Why aren't you painting two models at the Why aren't you painting two models at the same time, Dylan? I think the only person that complains here is Dylan. I don't know, man. Sometimes when I play, I was building models once, and somebody came in and was like, "Why aren't you painting? Why are you building?" I remember that. I don't think I just don't think we got the viewers. We need more people in here complaining. Drives up the algorithm. You know what? You're right, though, Homer. I should be painting two models at a time. I'm useless. Punks and playa haters. It was me. That doesn't. That does. If it was me, that doesn't count. I don't think it was you. Two boys at the same time. My complaints are a form of online bullying only. Don't take it seriously. But bullying is a serious thing, Mike. Also, when these guys are done, we are going to break 90. 90 models for the year. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. 90 models. And it's not even May. It's crazy. It's not even May. Bullying is like going to the gym for your soul. Oh. Bullying is what made Bill Gates and other successful nerds into what you are today. I'm here to help you by viciously mocking you. Well, I suppose if you're here to do it to help me, I guess I can't complain about it. Don't scare me like that. Good, now eat more paint. Eat more paint, nerd. Shut up.
I thought you were saying that to me because I said I need a new phone.
You gotta eat more paint. You need more paint for the bits so you can
Eat your phone, eat more paint.
eat more paint, nerd. If you eat paint, you can just hallucinate a phone.
Yeah, totally.
We must finish. Dr. Fishy. No. This guy has got so much coin. He's got so much coinage going on. He walks out and all the boys are like, I do love me a man who makes a living wage. Oh.
The rest of the Ben and Jerry's founder at the Senate hearing for protesting the war in Gaza. Ice Cream Man said no more war in Gaza.
It's got a lot of stakes in there. We can't sell ice cream when everybody's killing each other.
That's fair.
It's Jeff.
Jeff,
His name is Yeef.
the fact of Deister?
It is.
He is my inspiration.
It's true.
That's what I breathe for.
You're currently Kara's muse. She always likes to carve your name in her arm with a knife.
Yeah.
Why don't you ever play the good guys? Time for me to sleep. I've had an exhausting day. Good night, Lotus.
Love you, Lotus.
Muse on Muse on minis. What do you mean? Why don't I play the? I'm playing the people who keep the people safe. Jeff. This is the Navy. They keep the city safe. There's a song about it. So they say, in the Navy, we keep the people safe unless the people paying us has to murder them. In the Navy, we like to keep the people safe unless the people that pay us money want us to commit genocide. In the Navy, fish people keep them really safe. I don't know if that's true. Actually, I think the last storyline thing was the fish people trying to summon, like, an angry Cthulhu.
That's okay. I love fish people summoning Cthulhu. Can we get some more of that? My Instagram just, like, flipped the fuck out over this. This is artistic genius, you guys. Troll on a pole.
Yeah, I saw it. What game is it? This is, Carnival. An angry Cthulhu that goes, hey, dickheads, no more fighting. yeah, he's just... Yeah, that's fair. He might say something like that. Now everybody eat your own feces. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's the exact opposite, because when Cthulhu gets summoned, that's when everybody goes into, like, ultra rage mode, and they literally kill all life on Earth. I'm pretty sure it's called the Creeping Madness. Yeah, Mike, we talked about this, Yef. A show fan actually sent me a box filled with stuff. Because we had talked about it on an episode. So this is the Venetian Navy. In the Navy! Also, Cthulhu is actually just trying to make sure the actual baddie doesn't wake up, because if they do, then instant end of everything. Are you talking about his dad? Talking about Azathoth? I just didn't recognize the model. Well, that's because, Yef, that you refuse to play me because you're a coward. Yeah, I went there. I promised I wouldn't in our private messaging, but I did. I went there. Because I play doctors and fish monsters, the good guys. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure there's a good guys in this game. I think everybody is equal amounts of effed up. Yeah.
I feel like it's the same way in Blood and Plunder.
Blood and Plunder's actual history, so I mean.
What?
I said Blood and Plunder's actual history, so I mean it kind of just depends on your perspective.
So like history wasn't that.
And I can truthfully say there are definitely people in the Blood and Plunder situation that are a hell of a lot better than others. Spanish bad.
I imagine that's why my supposed pirate ancestor from Barcelona was loyal to the British.
I would definitely say the British were not great, but they were a heck of a lot better than some of their...
Well, in this particular line of genealogy, I can only trace back to 1850. So if he was a pirate in 1850, he was the end of the line pirate.
He was holding it down, you know.
He was the last of that generation. Not that we don't have piracy now, but I'm just saying, like, it was a big thing, and then it was not a big thing.
Well, we gotta thank Spain. They made piracy fun.
Hello guys, it's me, Juan El Español, and I disagree with his statement of Spanish people being bad. Don't listen to this gringo, he is quite delulu. You can tell by the fact that he expends his time
Too many
thinking,
people talking
what
to
a nerd. Adios.
Hello, guys. It's me, Juan El Español, and I disagree with the sentiment. I disagree with the statement of Spanish people being bad. Don't listen to this gringo. He's quite delulu. You can tell by the fact that he expends his time painting. What a nerd. Adios. Damn it, Juan struck again. I didn't even get a chance to say anything. All right, what were you saying, Kara?
I don't know, because he got you so good that I can't even think.
That's incredible.
The way life rolls, I guess.
It's the way of the Latino.
I mean, anybody pulls out the gringo word, I gotta let that just, linger. Gotta respect the G word.
Because I played if they're white people, they're evil. Yo, dude, truth. Also, everything in Carnival is evil except my flying gorilla. He's an angel. Okay. Pizza come, prove you're not bad. Go to Barcelona next week. Who cares what your parents want, Pizza? Just go to Barcelona. Just be like, Mami y papi, tu niño necesito voy Barcelona por biblioteca. El baño en biblioteca de Barcelona es muy bien.
The library? You gotta go to the library?
No, the bathroom in the library.
You know what Dave, my coworker, told me today? You can go to the public library and rent a hotspot for like 3 weeks. You can rent all kinds of tech in the public library. We should go to the public library this weekend and check it out.
I don't think you can check out a library. I think you're supposed to check out the stuff in the library. We're supposed to check out the stuff in the library.
Around, checking it out, looking around.
Oh, you meant like, oh, okay.
I'm just saying, I think the libraries up here have a lot more to offer than what we're used to in Florida.
We should rent one of those new movies they just put out, like Muppet Treasure Island.
Sure.
I think that movie just came out a couple years ago.
It's probably
Ba 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 ba
Betamax.
ba 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 Betamax. Ba 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 ba. He's lucky people don't farm clips of the doc, or he wouldn't be getting canceled faster than Elon. Carnival, I think I should play Strigoi so I can play werewolves. It's a cool thing, isn't it? Werewolves, I don't know if they like the water. Doggies don't usually like water. Come see the unfinished cathedral. It's almost done. It only took him like 1,000 years. He's lucky. Was I wrong, Pizza? Did I say it right? Huh? Man can't be canceled. We tried. He is a Florida man. He is impervious. I just claim I'm too stupid. This guy goes to the library and doesn't enjoy the architecture. What a shallow, shallow man.
Dude, I enjoy the art at freaking airports.
This isn't about me, Pizza. You can't detract. You need to go to Barcelona so that you can start a business where you eat spiders.
Ew.
Yeah.
Very arachneous, though.
I think it was spiders. Wasn't it spiders, or was it snakes or something? Okay, I need to sleep before work. Bye. Bye, Mike.
Bye, Mike. Love you.
Freak Off 2. Or Freak Off 2 The Revenge.
Don't say the F-O word. We'll get demonetized.
What, Faulkner? It was a plane production company in Germany. 1940s. Airports are sometimes kind of...
Word.
You can't say that, Pizza. Airports are sometimes kind of alien, like you telling me some monkeys with access to concrete went full Minecraft and made a cool structure. Sure. Spiders in the spin-off was centipedes. Yeah. I was here for this. Mike, didn't you just say you were going to bed? Why are you still here?
He heard I said I love him.
No, he wants to talk about spiders and centipedes.
He heard I said I love him. I mean, he should know that because I cook for him.
He's advertising. Kara, why are you awake?
What, baby?
So why are you awake? It's 10 o'clock.
Because I don't have to work until Wednesday.
That does help, yeah.
And I did sleep a lot yesterday. I'm sorry, am I cramping your style?
No, I'm just wondering.
Me and nighttime producer are still like at the same time.
Just sitting here painting, and I'm like, why is my headphones still not on my head?
I thought you had to put your headphone on your head because you had to have the microphone by your face. Do you talk with the microphone?
Why are both of my earbuds not on?
Oh, you can stop listening to me if you want to. I love you. Very
That's not something that you actually mean, so I'm just gonna pretend like you didn't say it.
You're the best. I love you.
Because you have
Shit for that shit.
because you have stream until all the models are done. Oh my god. All of them? Cord, please. Can I just finish a couple of them and then go to bed?
Oh my god, top news.
Oh my god.
Prince Carl Phillip turns 46. I have no idea who that is. But it's top
He's
news.
You'd understand the hustle if you were a hustler. Okay.
Ooh, damn! That was some nasty shit, bro. You gonna take that from your fans? Who said that?
Pizza. Don't make me speak in Spanish, Pizza. I swear to God.
Woo, pizza!
Madre,
Answer my Emily Osment question, pizza. Come on.
Madre de
Wow.
Dios. Your words, they cause me mucho duele.
Oh,
In me,
poor Dr.D.
in mi cuello. Mi espalda mucho duele.
Did you hear Putin's not gonna attend those war talks he suggested?
No.
Ukraine?
How many bits to keep you from crapping all over other languages?
Pussy. I'd be scared of Zelensky too if I was Putin. Zelensky's badass.
I don't want you turning to Angel Valdez. I need to keep you humble because you're a good painter. Listen, I'm getting two mixed messages here. I got one of you saying, yeah, keep speaking Spanish, and I got one of you saying, don't speak no more Spanish. I don't know what.
I can follow like 75% of Dylan's level of Spanish. So I'm okay with the Spanish at Dylan's level. Now, if we go if Senior Diablo gets over here and starts talking his devil Spanish, I'm gonna be lost.
I've been in the same room as Angela a few times. That's not my claim to fame, though.
Who's Angel?
He's a famous mini painter.
Angel. Does he speak Spanish only?
I don't think he speaks English, so yes. If he does speak English, he doesn't speak a lot of it.
Did you speak Spanish with him?
No.
Did you speak English?
I'm not allowed to, like, talk to
you were
him.
just there. You didn't talk to him. You didn't actually
Yeah,
interact.
he had security.
Oh, gotcha.
And a gun.
Gotcha. How many bottles of baby oil was he packing?
Probably the regular amount for a Spanish man.
Cool, cool.
So I was told by a patient today, Mr. Wilmar, that apparently, I don't know if this is true, okay, don't get mad at me, I'm just repeating what I heard. When you talk in Spanish, it kind of sounds like Bizarro Hulk dubbed in Spanish, and I dig it. We usually have a few just in case we need to go conquistador. Yeah, of that I have no doubt. People from Costa Rica are called tias? Is that a real thing? Tias?
That is the name for a Spanish aunt.
I know. I'm just
It's gotta be Rican.
it's not Rican for Costa Rica. No, Ricans are Puerto Ricans. I'm just saying this is what she said to me.
Okay.
She said apparently she had heard that they were called Tia? Is that true? Or Tians? Something like that?
Ticos.
Ticos.
That makes
Tico,
more sense.
yeah, Ticos. That's what it is. Okay.
Tias doesn't make any sense.
Because she was from Venezuela. And she said that that was something that they called them. I was like, oh, I did not know that.
Sadly, I didn't get a lot of Hispanic culture in my upbringing. Just a little. I'm bummed that I didn't get to learn Spanish.
Tios is like dudes in Spanish. Okay. So Ticos is specifically. Tia is aunt, Tio is uncle. Yeah, that I knew. Ticos. Okay. I learned something today.
I hate my friends, I hate school, but most of all, I hate you. Hate the smile on your face, and I hate that I miss you. Hate the sunrise, hate the sunset, hate that things ain't gotten better yet, and I hate that you're doing okay. 'Cause I am doing fine myself, don't need anybody else. All the walls are closing in, I don't need any help. It'll work itself out fine, sorry for wasting all your time.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried when it comes to painting stuff for Blood and Bayonets, where I have to paint 30 soldiers, and they're gonna be very similar. I think I might actually lose my mind.
Have you seen her anyway? You make it sound like you talk day to day. Then tell her that I hate her face. And I'm doing fine myself, don't need anybody else. All the walls are closing in, I don't need any help. It'll work itself out fine, sorry for wasting all your time.
Have you considered not being such a tryhard? Also, slap, chop, and go. Yeah, well, you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Defective Dice. Why don't you slap chop your stuff? Huh? Why do you have unpainted models?
Less sex.
Let him, without sin, cast the first stone, bud.
More painted models equals less sex.
I'm doing fine myself, don't need anybody else.
And I can't be like you, Mr. Actually wins games he plays. Okay? You ever thought about that?
Sorry for wasting all your time.
I'm still grounded from many games until Chris gives me permission.
All your time. All your time.
So so many unpainted models. I know. That sounds like a self-confession from Kara. I wouldn't worry about that. Don't worry about it. We're trying to move on. So, Mr. The Dice. Can I call you Jeff? Oh, I didn't realize some stuff came out from Alpha today. Leeches are insane. I was told that Teary came out, according to Mr. Wilmar. Also, are you saying milk is insane in Spanish? I don't know. You can call me. You can call me sir. Okay, so sir, I forgot what I was gonna ask. I completely forgot I was gonna ask
You're
you.
only allowed to call me sir.
Oh my, it took me a sec. Well, I can't go to bed, Pizza, because apparently I'm not allowed to go to bed until I finish literally all the models.
That is what she said.
Chord's not a she. Chord's a man, baby. A man, baby! You said at the beginning you wouldn't go to sleep until it was all done. I've been to your place. If you do that, if you do that, you'll die. Yeah. Yeah, I will. I think since the last time you've been here, though, I've sold more. I've emptied out a couple more boxes, which is fun.
Look at that OnlyFans content people are getting from Bubby over here for free. Right here on Twitch. OnlyFans.
See that tum-tum. You said, listen, I might have overreacted. And I think you might have misheard me, Wilmar. I said, I'm not going to sleep tomorrow. Because I am going to finish this guy. What is the average size of a Malifaux Force? I don't know about the new edition, but the old edition it was probably like 5 to 8-ish. 5 to 8-ish models. Why aren't you sleeping tomorrow? You got another sexy dinner with the pool boys. No. I have to do an RPG, or not an RPG. Well, maybe an RPG. I don't know what is happening with that RPG anymore. Gotta do an episode with Mike, and then I gotta finish all the models. Defective Dice said he's going to be there. You leave my sexy pool boys out of this, okay? Depending on the crew, it can go from 7 to 9, with the caveat that some crews can summon models. Yeah, you're gonna be there, Jeff. We're gonna be painting. Average is 8, can go as low as 5, but that's rare. Can go to like 12. Yeah. Guys, I think I did it. Nope. Not yet. Got one more part. Gotta do his buckles. This will be quick.
Do you want to use my turbo door?
No.
You could really make it sparkle.
Nope.
Sure.
Nope. No. No.
It'll
No.
Also,
Actually, I am gonna use it.
you could give them like a little highlight right here on their little like cheek brow.
I saw somebody use something like that to some effect. Apparently, there's this thing called a chrome pen.
Yeah. What does that do?
It's essentially the stupid thing you have in your hand.
Right. But what are you accomplishing with the effect?
A super shiny, like, tip. So I'm gonna do this. Dr.D. Dr.D.T. Dork rides again. No!
I love Turbo Dork paint. I think this is the most beautiful silver ever.
So you just take a bit of the old shine, right?
I squirt loads of it on.
Yeah. Well,
Also,
watch this.
if you put this on a wet palette and you squirt too much on there, all you have to do is moisten it up a little bit, and it's just beautiful to reuse. It's really a very solid metallic paint. It goes on evenly, which is really difficult for metallics, but the pigment is super fine, and you can tell that when it all settles and it's not shaken up, because there's a very distinct line between the pigment, and the pigment is like a quarter of the bottle. It's not like a crusting on the bottle like some of the contrast pigments tend to be with
Is Kara getting paid by Turbodork?
I don't know, man. I hope so.
I wish I was. I love their paints. I really do. Like, every time we go into a store, I'm like, I want that set. And Dylan's like, don't buy Turbo.
You can buy it all you want. I'm not buying you Turbo Dork.
But I mean, like, I trust his opinion, so I haven't ever bought Turbo Dork, but now that we have this sample at home, I'm kind of tempted. Seeing the way their metallics work, I'm really curious to see how their color changing paints work, because I think it takes a loser like
You have
me
to. You have to
appreciate
use an
color
airbrush.
changing.
You have to use an airbrush. You have to.
Okay. I've used an airbrush somewhat significantly before. Not significantly. Successfully. Somewhat successfully before.
I don't think you've ever set up an airbrush ever.
I've never set it up, but you set it up for
There
me
you
and
go.
I painted with it. That's like saying I've never built many models, which
You're
is
missing-
also true
you're
because,
missing the point
you
here.
know, that's your job.
Missing the point.
But I'll take out trash if I need to because you take care of the models.
Yeah. Great.
That was a really pretty cute smile.
I did it. There, Jeff. I finished him. Got,
Finished him?
I gotta do the base.
So show me what you did with the Turbo Dork paint.
I just put it on all the tips, and it just adds this like shine to it. So like on the tips of the gold.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what he did with the chrome pen. I thought was kind of neat.
Yeah.
It was Peachy. Peachy did that. It's a way to be budget friendly. Oh god, here we go. I usually prime my models by sucking some paint through a straw and then vaporizing it with my lips. Sick. Waiting for D.
Spoilers.
Waiting for D to explode right now. This could be like a Jerry Springer episode. You gotta recreate that scene from Ghost, but with an airbrush or whatever.
They want you to stand behind me and show me how
Just
to
show you how to
airbrush.
do the airbrush.
Like a creepy guy taking a girl out to play pool.
Alright, so we're gonna try a Venetian street. I did look up what Venetian streets look like, and they're just gray. It's not like any more colorful than I would have thought anywhere else. It's literally just gray, but a little bit brighter than like concrete.
At first I thought you said great.
But
I
it's
thought it was
made.
really crazy.
It's made out of rocks.
And they're throwing their waste out the windows.
That they do.
So it's probably more brown
It's
than gray.
So you like to aerosol your paint through your mouth because it's more budget friendly. I guess that does make sense.
That's fair.
I can appreciate a man who cares about a budget.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a budgeter myself.
Dual action, twice the action.
That's true. Did you learn that from Wapple? I know you're a Wapple man.
What is waffle?
He's a famous painter.
Huh?
He's a famous painter.
Oh.
I met him at the last Adepticon.
Woo! Good for you, babe.
He stood behind me while I nursed some kind of drink at the big after party thing.
The karaoke thing?
There was no karaoke.
Oh, that's so sad.
I'm not kidding around. Well, that's pretty sad. I'm not kidding around.
Well, I wish that could have been better for you.
If I was the president of the United States, that'd be pretty bad. I'm not kidding around.
I know how much you appreciate karaoke.
Yeah, I was exhausted the night they did it, because the Bournes were going, and then for some reason that night in particular, I was just like, holy crap, I'm having trouble staying awake. So I didn't go. I am a fiend on the singing floor.
Well, I can tell you, if I had
Don't
been
tell me,
here,
please.
I would have spent
Please.
several hours in the hotel room
Please don't tell me.
napping and insisted he
Please
take
don't.
me out to
Don't tell me,
karaoke
please.
that night.
Tell me, please.
And if
Don't.
the Warrens were going to
Please.
be there, I wouldn't have let him bail either.
Please, no.
Or Jeff.
More like a famous
Brandon,
painter.
Or
A
Mike,
famous
or
painter,
Ernie.
more like Jesus, the goat.
The goat.
He's
You are the goat.
He's a nice guy. I am not the goat compared to Wapple. That mother trucker can
You're the
paint.
goat, in my opinion, because I don't know this wobble.
Yeah, well, you might meet him next year if you come to DEFCON.
Well, I might.
He'll be like, "Hey."
You know what?
No,
I still
I don't.
might
You're
not
gonna tell me.
respect him as much as I respect you, because do I watch Wobble paint? No. Not only have I watched you paint for 8 years, I've supported you in the clutter. Even though you wanted to move to a major metropolitan city with your clutter. Alright. Here's a poll. Which vampire universe wins? And these are your choices.
Wins what?
What We Do in the Shadows.
Wins what?
Which?
Like a fight?
What?
Like in a fight? Or are we talking ratings of the show?
I think it's just like your opinion of the best.
Okay.
Who do you like the best? What We Do in the Shadows. Twilight. Dracula Untold, which I don't think you know what that is. Or Interview with a Vampire.
If we're just talking about general accessibility, What We Do in the Shadows 100% is the most popular.
Dracula Untold got 42%. We might need to check that out. Twilight got 27. That's fair. There's plenty of millennial girls who are still holding on to that Twilight. But you know what? I really support the fact that Robert Pattinson is enjoying having guy fans. He's like, oh, it's cool. They don't sexualize me.
Well, let me ask the person I know that loves Vampire the most. Wilmar, what is your favorite vampire movie?
What did Madam Web get?
Yeah, how did Madam Web do in that poll?
Madam Web wasn't in that book. She's not a vampire.
Well, clearly we got different vibes from that movie, so you know, she doesn't get it, Wilmar. She
She's
doesn't.
not a vampire.
She didn't actually pay
She's a
attention.
Black Widow.
She didn't pay attention to the movie. Vampire the Masquerade is in fact the best one, yes. But they haven't made a movie of that.
Yeah. Or a show.
Just Vidder games and a lot of like interactive novels. They made a lot of those.
Imprinting.
Correct answer was Blade.
That's fair.
That's
I
true.
100% agree with you.
Dylan said watching that movie sucked the life out of him, so I think it counts.
Who said that?
That was Wilmar. There was a show, the VTM show was called Kindred the Embrace. There was a Vampire the Masquerade show. Was there really? I didn't
We might have to look that up.
I didn't know that. Well, you don't have to look it up. You just told me what it was.
I mean, like, for our next show.
Kindred the Embraced. Was it? I'm assuming it was bad. The VTM. What is VTM? I know I've seen VTM before. What does VTM mean? It wasn't good, but there was. It wasn't good, but there was one. Was it literally just a bunch of LARPers?
VTM and Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh, okay. I know. I was gonna say I know I heard that. I was thinking it was like a channel.
I was like, this is really.
Yeah,
easy.
VTM is for
We're
Vampire
just
the
going
Masquerade.
right over our head.
Jefferson Twilight of the Order of the Triad. I don't know what that means, Chris. Is that like the Triad from Grand Theft Auto 3? My favorite vampire movie, the Mexican version of Dracula, where they came in at night and used the same set as the original Blade, is a very close second. That's amazing. The Mexican version of Dracula. Did Dracula sound like Pepe Le Pew? Or not Pepe Le Pew. What was the name of like the Mexican super speed mouse? Dr. Orpheus and the Alchemist. Jefferson Twilight. Oh, right. Right. Oh my god. I can't even remember that. Speedy Gonzalez, that's his name. Yeah, did Mexican Dracula sound like Speedy Gonzalez? Thank you, Chris. I got it. It came out in 1996 and ran for 7 episodes. 1996. Man, they were just throwing everything at the wall. You know, I bet they could redo it now. Probably do a lot better. But I think it's got too much negative press on it, right? Because of that whole, like, Nazi thing. There was talks about a show a couple years ago. Yeah, you see, I think that show would do great now.
What show?
A Vampire the Masquerade show.
Yeah, I think so too.
Do candles... When you light that candle there, does the light ever be... Is it ever orange or is it always just yellow? Woman, I swear to God. Are candles just yellow? Is it just a yellow light on a candle? Because they don't usually get that hot, right? It's like a tiny bit orange. Like an itty bitty. I get out of it?
What'd you say?
So what do I get out of it?
Less complete after 40.
That's a good reason. Yeah, that's fair. She convinced me, guys. She did it. Everybody congratulate Carol.
You know, babe,
Yeah.
you're awesome to me, so you deserve it.
Mm. Mm.
Don't let any of the trolls on your stream tell you otherwise. And don't worry, my high-pitched, hyper-tweaking voice is definitely going to get us plenty of 5-star reviews. We definitely don't need Lotus on there to keep it simple.
Mm. Mm.
I have a little bit of insecurity about how excited I get, and I know that can like tweak the audio, but I've just never heard Lotus get that high pitch. She's just really
Maybe she's dead on the inside.
I don't think she is. I think she's like super sexy. And she's just hiding it from all of us because she's like, the world ain't ready for this.
Well, you're not even gonna see her at Nova.
That's not my fault.
Yeah, it is.
Why?
Cause you're dodging her.
I'm dodging her.
Okay, gonna give it to you. What? X gonna give it to you? Are you X? Cause you look good. You look good for X.
What do you give me, T-Hill? The bit? I'm looking for the bit. I need to pay for my Nova tickets. Just...
Yeah, I haven't bought my Nova tickets either. I was even thinking like, when are we moving in comparison to that? Because that's the last weekend of that month. That occurred to me a couple days ago.
That's something we should marinate on.
Clear my mind, close my eyes, where am I? Copyright looking out across the sky as the wind blows in my face. There's water, water everywhere. How did I get here? Who is that
Okay,
man
so
over
anybody
there?
worried about bad dreams, nighttime terrors, anything like that, great advice from scrolling Facebook. If you hear weird noises in the night, simply make weird noises. We needed to be taught that at 5.
I entered another painting contest today.
I can't believe you waited till 10 to tell me that.
What have I done? Can someone remind me? 'Cause to me this all is just a blur. The last thing
I'm confused.
I remember is a
I'm so,
Hot
morning
enter
that
competition.
I'm so confused.
It's really cute and hot when you enter competitions, Dr.D.
who is that man over there? Will I
Wilmar, send over the pool, guys.
Guys, they're full boys.
No, no, trust me, they ain't boys.
tell myself
Oh, I show I'm.
I want pool boys. Don't send over to
Oh, they fucking they a bunch of men.
Guys. Don't want that. That sounds gross.
Got a couple of fucking pool guys here for a couple of pool guys.
Pool guys do sound like mafia.
Pool guys. You need another painting contest like you need a hole in the head. I just submitted the thing I painted for Tizzy. I just sent it to the one I used to run.
Somebody hating on you for painting an entertaining contest. Who is that?
Why would I know how to get a hold of the one that has dinners with him?
Who doesn't like you entering so many contests?
Chris.
Oh, Chris.
Classic Chris.
Classic Chris.
Yep.
Chris.
You think you know a guy?
I mean, I call everybody Chris. Tim is Chris. Jay is Chris. Wilmar is Chris. Everybody that gets called Chris at least one point in their life. By me. Except you get called Brandon.
I get called Brandon a lot, yeah. That's true. That is true.
I love you, but I have it tight because you look a lot like you.
I mean, I'm not gonna win it. I just submitted it more for the lulz because I had it painted.
That's very cute, too. Hey, babe. What time do you have to leave for work tomorrow?
My normal time.
7?
Yep.
Alright, set your alarm for 6:30. Don't leave the bedroom until you know I'm awake. Okay? I need to be sitting up looking ready to get up then. So I can go feed the dog.
Wilmar, I'm sending you that joke thing I was talking about yesterday. I forgot to send it to you. There you go. Alright, what am I doing? You have to be up before I leave or something? Is that what you said?
When you get up, when your alarm goes off,
Yeah, okay,
crawl
come on.
out of bed. Make sure that I crawl out of bed with you so I can go feed the dog.
Okay. This yellow, I don't know, it seems so, like, it doesn't work for candles. I just feel like the yellow isn't right. It's like too, it's kind of green.
Need something warmer. What about that warm yellow pigment one on the top shelf of the second row? There's 2 warm yellows there on that top shelf of the second box. That other brand. So, I mean, the absolute
toys next year.
I was like, wow, I can't believe anybody put that in writing on a system that's going to document it forever. Hey friends, in case you don't know, we document everything and save it. So if you can avoid putting negative comments in writing, that's a good idea.
It's done.
Done? You said you weren't going to be able to finish them. You were crying earlier. I had to turn my headset on because you were crying about
Is that what I was complaining about? Yeah.
You were.
I
You were,
forgot.
absolutely.
Yeah, I guess that was what I was complaining about. Okay.
You got a lot more paint time, so what are you going to do?
I was thinking of getting off early. Why would I? Just so I can actually go to bed on time.
What time are you trying to aim for bed? Do you want me to put this on the
No,
tray?
I'm just leaving. Yeah. That's fine.
Oh, paint on my fingers so I see the top.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to know.
Thank you.
I mean, I am slightly aware that I do my best when I think about it.
If these guys are not done before the weekend, guys, and like, you know, or I should say, if these guys are not done before Sunday,
End of Monday.
if these guys are not done before Sunday, there's gonna be vengeance.
What are we gonna do? What's the consequences?
I'm gonna donate every dollar I have to the future of Nazi,
I think you should do planks.
the Nazi movement
You do planks
of Nazitopia.
right here on the floor
Gonna
for
give
like
them all
30 seconds. Right here
every
on the
penny
floor
I
so
have,
everybody can
every
see on the
single
camera.
penny,
I think
every
planks would be
single
way
thing
more
I own.
fun.
I'm gonna. I guess out of what's the word? Out of context, yes. You're making funny noises. No, I said you're making funny noises.
I'm making funny noises?
Mm-hmm.
What funny noises am I making? Funny noises.
Good night, Jeff.
Good night, Jeff. We love you. Thanks for telling me about pirates.
Oh boy, 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 boy. Just the magnitude of what we have done. Painting doofuses. No freehand points for these guys.
0 free.
Yep.
How much freehand did you get for rigging my boat?
That's not freehand, so none.
That feels like freehand.
Nope.
That's way more than freehand. That's like freehand plus.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know what you would even call that. Like hobbying plus.
That's like freehand plus. For sure. Hobby plus the extra points for rigging my boat.
No points for me though.
No points for me, but extra points for Dr.D.
No,
And
you get
I'm
points.
Okay with that.
You painted it.
Yeah, you can rig my boat. I painted it. I'll take the painting points. You take the rigging points.
There are no rigging points.
That's dumb. We should rework the spreadsheet to include rigging points.
Again, the guy that made the thing still hasn't painted a single model. I don't think he's worried about the rules. It's fine.
That's impressive.
I'm just gonna be passive aggressive about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I will be.
Does blending my reds to yellows count as freehand? No. I don't think you guys understand what freehand is.
I've never.
Freehand is whatever Chris says is freehand.
Can you mute real quick?
I respect Chris quite a bit myself, yeah. He came to my junior varsity volleyball game. Yeah. Freehand is whatever you can do with your hand without the without the government knowing about it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Or your mom, if you know what I'm saying, Fryman. Shit. He did get me pretty good there. Chris, where did you learn how to get me so good?
He inherited it because I call all your friends Chris. Just imagine if he had Chris.
He's my Chris.
He is your Chris. I'm not sure I've even met him.
No.
So I call everybody Chris, but I've never met Chris.
He lives like right down the road.
That's so funny.
Chris never wants to come over.
He heard I was poisoning everybody.
That's true. You did do that.
Not intentionally. Not my fault the onions are messy.
I mean, they weren't messy going down, but man, when they came up, they were in all 4 states of matter. Solid, liquid, and gas.
The illness that I'm getting over now is because I finished off the beef with those same onions. Did you get sick after the tacos? I used new onions on the tacos.
New as in like NU.
New as in a fresh bag of onions.
I am only interested in coming to the new flat. Learned it from X, gonna give it fame. To the new flat. We are moving supposedly in like a couple months. Although, for some reason, because we live in the society that we live in, we have to get, you know, $200,000 for a down payment, so that, you know, for first and second rent. Are you torturing the dog? You bet you want to go for it, bub. We have been I have been looking at places. Have you been getting the emails from our realtor?
Yes.
There's a couple in there that I think have been pretty good. The rent just goes up.
Yeah.
I told her location's the most important thing.
I agree. By the end of the month, I think we will know what my rate is.
Sweet.
Once we know what my rate is gonna be, we have a lot more to work with.
And then I think I'm about to make the money from the blood donation thing, which I'm gonna dump into the savings thing.
That's all I want you to do. I only want you to focus on like tiny, minuscule dinners and breakfasts and stuff when you can, and I'll pick it up when I can. And tiny gifts and buy the business.
What about the feet pics?
If you have time, sure.
Oh, I always got time. I'll make time. Well, we finished 2 out of 5.
That's pretty damn good. Haven't painted in days.
It's a little less than the 5 out of 5 I was hoping for, but you know, we'll take it.
You were trying to finish 5 wells tonight.
Yeah.
Would you like me to start boiling water?
Yes. Thank you. The secret to being a good painter is having a lovely, significant other.
The secret of having a lovely significant other is being a good man.
Yeah, Chris.
And being honest with her about your hobbies in the beginning. And these are my boundaries. Fuck. Okay, yes sir. Glad you know who you are. Literally one of the best experiences.
Being told your place.
What was that?
So being told your place.
No, just being told your boundaries. It's nice to know where people stand. And you can work with that.
That is true. Bam, 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 bam. Bobby, you gonna come to bed with us?
You will if you talk to him about it for a few minutes before you go to bed.
What do you think, Bub? Huh, Bub? You wanna go to bed with us?
Get under the covers.
I will let you under the covers. It's very warm. We'll play Homeward Bound 2.
But Bluey. I'm fascinated with the people online who have the patience to train their dogs to watch TV. My favorite Dr.D.
Thank you.
You deserve all the magnesium in the world. Or at least what you need.
If I had all the magnesium in the world, I would die of explosive poop.
That's why I said at least what you need.
Which is roughly 250 to 450 milligrams daily.
Do you take it at other times of the day, like in other ways? Just at night?
Nah, not unless it's in food. Which I did have a lot of cashews today. Or not cashews, walnuts. I love walnuts. Of gold!
I hate nuts. I never put nuts in my mouth, but I like candy.
I don't think I was gonna say. I don't think that's.
I'm just saying, while we're on butter, let's just go on over to the cookie butter section.
He's got some steel.
Gotta try to hit 10,000 steps while I'm on vacation the next 5 days. That's my goal.
Total?
Extra doggy walks.
Total or
No, 10,000
per day?
every day.
Per day.
Because I'm aiming for 7,500, and I don't hit that every day. But if I'm not working, I should definitely be heading down to that park all the time.
Hear that, bub?
Dog park, dog park, dog park, all the time. Next 5 days.
You better not be pooping in the house at all.
At all.
You're gonna be so pooped out.
He's just squinting at me like, you gotta be fucking. It's after 11, I can say that shit.
Chris, do you think we should have an OSL section of the sheet? Like, should we be doing OSL?
How about you finish some models before you try to squeeze more points out of the document?
I did finish a model. Okay. This is a way of life, Wilma. I thought you said you respected Chris, Wilmar. You interrupted him. Finish 5. Finish 5. You won't. I finished 2. Can't you be proud of me? Can't you just be proud of me? Oh no, go right ahead. know, I think I might be. I think I might just be being hard on myself.
Probably. Possibility of what's going on right now.
I guess I don't understand why it is that these models took so long.
Because you are an artist and a perfectionist and you knew what you wanted. And you can't rush it. I think you stay busy when you're marinating on your art, and I walk away from the desk when I'm marinating on my art.
That's just true. Yeah. But you're better at marinating food.
True. You've made some spectacular salads in your time. And I'm not a salad fan, but I've enjoyed every single one you've made.
Thank you. Good night. Love you too. I won't be too hard on mine. Yeah. Thank you. Good night. I'm gonna start doing my spiel. So, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I'm Dr. D. We're from Professional Casual. Thank you very much for joining us. Actually, today was a pretty good stream. I really think it went well. I didn't finish as many guys as I thought I was going to, but I guess I overestimated, you know. Sometimes you don't know until you know, you know. But I don't think that I'm gonna probably finish these guys tomorrow, whether the stream happens or not. But I'm going to do my best to get them done before Sunday. And then on the stream, I got to figure out what the heck we're doing. I think we're probably going to finish Harley Quinn here. Probably finish the Harley Quinn just to kind of nail this one. This one's probably not going to take very long. Give that to Mike and be done with it. And then I think we're just going to slam out both of Chris's models real quick. Which I'll probably work on some off of camera if I have time. But we'll probably do the Mary Problems first. And then we'll work on the Ryan Gosling thing after. For some reason, the goo extra sticky on this guy. But thank you for joining me. You can, if you want to help out the network, we have Patreon at Patreon Professional Casual Network. If you want to help me out specifically, I am the Digital Nomad Tia. I should be here every Sunday, Monday, and most Thursdays. I think I'm here next Thursday. The Thursday after, I had to move my presentation thing to the Thursday after, so I should be here next Thursday. I'm usually not here the third Thursday of the month, but that was what one of my sexy dinners was about. There was a lot of pool boys and stuff. It was a very involved thing, you know. So that Thursday I have to go to a very sexy pool party. I mean, do a presentation. Any Cabana Boys? There might be. I think it depends. It depends on if the funding goes through. You know how it is. Bureaucracy. You get it. You get it. I know you get it. Out of everyone here, I know you get it. What am I looking for? And of course, if you sign up at the Patreon, there's a bunch of other stuff that you get access to, like the Discord or the podcasts, the live play podcast, and all that stuff. And you get access to the Discord, which everybody's a big fan of the Discord. It's very active, to say the least. I think he came out okay. The buttons. I don't know. I don't know how these studio painters do the buttons, man. They just look not great, not super well defined. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's like you spend a lot of time trying to get them to work, and they just don't look right. Little OSL in there from the candle. But that's 2 more models down, baby. So guys, thank you very much for joining me. There's 8 of you guys. I think we should probably do a raid. We should probably do a raid. We should pass it on. Ugh, good night, Chris. Thanks for hanging out with me, buddy. So guys, thank you very much for joining me. It's good hanging out with you guys. So guys, thank you very much for joining me. I'm sure we'll talk soon. Bye!